Welcome to a guide to using mobile.weather.gov presented by the National Weather Service Forecast Office in North Platte, Nebraska. What is mobile.weather.gov? It behaves like an app for your smartphone, and it acts as a phone-friendly version of the full site weather.gov. But there are some special functions available on the mobile website that are not available on the full site weather.gov. So what can you do with mobile.weather.gov? You can check the current conditions, warnings, and outlooks for any point in the United States, look at the latest forecast for that point you choose, view the nearest radar, tweet a storm report to the Weather Service, and much more. If you start out by going to mobile.weather.gov, you simply type in your location or zip code in the top box and touch go. Or if you would rather use a map, you select that function, tap anywhere within that map, and bring up that forecast. Once you have your location chosen, it automatically saves into your browser, and you can use that side arrow at the end of that bar to see all your past saved locations. If you have an outlook, statement, watch, warning, or advisory in effect, you are notified at the top of the page, and you can tap on that box to read more about the potentially hazardous weather. Underneath that, you can see your current conditions. You can tap on that plus sign to see more conditions such as humidity, pressure, and visibility. If you scroll down underneath the current observations, you see our forecast links. In the quick forecast, you can use the side arrows to move forward and backwards in time. Tap the plus sign to bring up an hour-by-hour forecast. And you can tap the side arrow for the full forecast to see all 7 days. Underneath the forecast section, you see the bottom half of the front page, where you can tap on any arrow to expand that particular section. You can tweet a weather report to the Weather Service, and if you wish, you can go back to the full-scale original webpage, weather.gov, by clicking on Full Site in the bottom left corner. If you expand the radar selection, you can tap the down arrow to see all the different selections you can view, including looping the reflectivity image, looking at long-range reflectivity, 1 hour and storm total rainfall, velocity, and composite reflectivity. Note that the loop is only good for the standard reflectivity image, or the selection at the top of the menu. If you expand the satellite section, again, you tap on that down arrow to see the different selections, to see visible satellite, the infrared, or you zoom out to see the regional image. By tapping on the forecast discussion page, you can read the latest discussion written by that forecast office. You can scroll down to read the entire discussion. By selecting forecast graphics, you can tap on the down arrow to see all the variables, including max and min temperatures, chance of precipitation, and the humidity. And then you can move forward and backward in time by selecting the side arrows. If you're interested in hydrology, you can look at the rivers and lakes section, where you can look at all the nearby rivers and lakes to see which ones are flooding, near flooding, or not flooding at all. You can also view a map where it shows a color-coded map of the flood reports, where the green dots indicate no flooding. You can also look at all the rivers and lakes in the United States with the flood reports by looking at the national section at the bottom of the page. For tropical weather, you can choose your basin for the Atlantic, the Eastern Pacific, or Central Pacific. You tap on that arrow to bring up that basin's advisories, outlooks, watches, and warnings. For tweeting a weather report, the GPS is used on your phone to automatically geotag your report inside the 2 W's on each side of the latitude and longitude coordinates. Include the office you'd like to send the message to, such as at NWS North Platte, and include any appropriate hashtags such as weather report or NWX for Nebraska weather. Be sure to include hail size or wind speed or wind damage, anything that you see. And finally, you can create a button. If you have an iPhone, use the Add to Home Screen function, or an Android phone, you can bookmark the web page add a shortcut to your home screen. It creates a button, and now you have a button that works just like an app. And here at the National Weather Service in North Platte, we are found on some social media platforms such as Facebook, so you can like us at U.S. National Weather Service North Platte, Nebraska, follow us on Twitter at NWS North Platte, and you can even watch us on YouTube at NWS North Platte. Thank you for watching, and again, this was presented by the National Weather Service Forecast Office in North Platte.